Hello, science class. How are you? I hope everything's going well with your virtual learning. We are going to jump into our third unit on Monday morning. I'd initially planned to do chemistry as our third unit and do our independent climate change unit at the end. But obviously, with things changing in terms of our schedule, it makes much more sense to do the independent climate change unit now. And then hopefully we can do science together in a couple of weeks when we can continue with our regular lab activities. So what I would like to do in this short video is explain how the unit's going to work and highlight a few key points at the beginning, and then we'll go from there. So what I intend to do is give you the opportunity to pick and choose some activities. Some of them you will have to do, but some of them will be optional, and there will be some sections where you can pick and choose the focus that you want to learn about relating to climate change. So as you see on the screen in front of you, we have a number of different options related to climate change. We're going to start with some basic scientific information, talking about concepts such as weather and climate, how they are the same and how they are different. We're also going to look at the physical world in which we live. We will focus a little bit on the characteristics of the atmosphere, the biosphere, the lithosphere, and the hydrosphere. We're also going to look more closely at the Canadian environment. Because Canada is such a large country, it's broken down into a number of smaller regions called ecozones. And those ecozones are defined by the local climate, animal life, and plant life that exists there. Moving more closely to the climate change concept, we will start to look at extreme weather around the globe. We're also going to look at endangered species and how these are being affected by our current changing climate. We are going to look closely at melting polar ice caps and the effects that this concept has globally. And we're going to look at some of the scientific proof that indicates that climate change is indeed a real thing. Now, there are still lots of people who are somewhat skeptical about climate change, and hopefully, looking at the science behind it will allow you to make an educated decision on that topic. Some people think it's a natural process, and over time, yes, the climate of the Earth has gone up and down in various cycles. Historical data certainly shows that, but some scientific information that's available to us now can certainly dictate that this may be a little more extreme than what's happened in the past. But that's up for you to decide. Looking more on the political side of things, there's a lot of political pressure related to science, related to the science focused on climate change. What things can politicians do to help alleviate climate change? Whose fault is it? Is it the fault of politicians? Is it the fault of big industry? Is it your fault? As a regular citizen, what role do you play in climate change? What type of lifestyle factors and choices do you make? And does everybody make that kind of keeps climate change going? We know we like our materialistic things. We are a society that, at least in North America and most of Europe, is very materialistic. So, what could you do personally to maybe contribute less to climate change? What can you and your family do? So there is a whole gamut of different topics related to climate change, and you will have some choice during the unit as to what of these areas you would like to focus on. Maybe you're interested in animals and would like to find more about endangered species and how they are being affected by climate change. Maybe you're into politics and you like the politics behind climate change, or maybe you're more focused on the science. What is it? What can we do to somehow change this and affect it and make our future a little brighter? So that's where we're heading. If you're looking at this video today, it is Sunday. I will be asking you to log in Monday morning at 8:30, and each day I'm going to assign you an activity in the morning, and I'm going to assign you another activity in the afternoon. And every day you will have some choice as to what areas you would like to work with. So it'll be prescribed by me for the most part, but you'll have some direction that you can pick and choose on your own. And I'm hoping that over the next few days, then we can learn a little bit about climate change. And hopefully, we can wrap this unit up in a week. And then when we see each other again next week, we'll be ready to go for our chemistry unit. All right. I'll see you bright and early Monday morning. And welcome to our climate change unit.